Hey everyone, my name is Sean Cecil from the Oculus Institute, and today is our first video in a 4-part series on the Pyramid of Career Freedom, where we're going to be starting with the struggling segment. Okay, so as I said, we're doing another 4-part series here. We're doing something that I call the Pyramid of Career Freedom. And so because it's a pyramid, most people are in the lower layers and fewer people move up towards the higher layer. So I'm gonna go through each layer of the pyramid and I'm gonna explain, what are the dynamics, what are the things that people are facing there, what's their career life, what's their life like. We're gonna talk about the overriding dynamic that's controlling where they go and what they do, how they can move to the next level of the pyramid, and some of the internal tools that are going to be most helpful for them. So at the bottom of the pyramid, we have the group that I call struggling, right? So in this case, you're talking about people who are in a toxic job that's taking a toll on their mental health. You're talking about people who are either in financial poverty, where they're struggling to pay their bills, or financial uncertainty, where maybe they're getting it right now, but they don't know if they're going to be able to pay their bills next month or the month after, or some situation that's not sustainable, right? Would be financial uncertainty, and internally they tend to be in a very chaotic mindset, anxiety, depression, getting triggered in ways that they can't finish functioning for the rest of the day, that kind of stuff. So people who are in this mindset, the overall thing driving their lives is anxiety, right? They are constantly fighting with themselves, constantly shadowboxing themselves. And they see the world as a very hostile place. They see the world as a difficult place. They often feel they have no hope. And as a result, they're not taking the actions that are going to change the external situation and give them the feedback that they need, that they do actually have the ability to improve their lives. So the key for people who are in this struggling layer of the pyramid is to realize that there's a myth here that they've bought into, which is that they're not in control, that they have no ability to improve their lives. They just got a bad roll of the dice and they're just screwed. And to see that that's a myth, and to embrace the truth that if we put in effort and we do it in an intelligent way, we can make huge differences in our lives. And in doing so, they transcend this victimhood dynamic and they get to the point where they're actually making improvements. And I think for people who want to sit there and argue with me and say, hey, listen, no, I'm just a victim. I don't do this and this and this and this and all these things. And you can always list off all the things you can't control. Just allow me to share a story. I used to be on the board of a nonprofit, and one of the kids who was involved in benefiting from this nonprofit was a kid named Mubarak. So he was born in Ethiopia. He was a refugee. So he was living in a refugee camp. He taught himself to read by scavenging newspapers from trash cans. So after doing that, he learned to read. Then he walked to another country, walked across that country to get to the one school in the region that gave him a bat's hope in hell of getting into a Western university. He studied there all throughout high school, put his all into it, ended up getting a full ride to MIT, graduated with 2 engineering degrees. And he was working on driverless cars for a while. I think he's actually going back and doing some work in the country of that school where he went to. So if he can come from being a refugee, orphan, homeless, in Africa kind of situation, I don't think many of you out there have a story that's more challenging than that. Yeah, maybe you got divorced and it was rough. Yeah, maybe your boss was, mean and fiery. I don't know what's going on, but I've seen people come from absolute hell and create amazing lives for themselves. And so when you embrace that and you take responsibility for your own destiny, that's how you move out of struggling. And then you move to the next layer of the pyramid, which we'll be talking about next week. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's something that resonated with you, maybe a new connection that you made, or some information that shifted your perspective, if you found value here, then I want to give you one last gift. So I've put together a free diagnostic that I call a checkup with the career doctor. Short list of questions, and as you answer them, it's going to give you a readout of where you stand on the important metrics of career fulfillment, right? How happy are you with your job and how good a fit is it, right? Financial success, which we all know, and then internal alignment, which is your level of inner peace and the inner resources that you have to bring to creating the life that you want. Additionally, it's also going to show you which areas you can improve on to get those metrics moving in the right direction, as well as how can we at the Oculus Institute help you make progress. So it's totally free, 100%. All you have to do is just go to www.oculusinstitute.com oculus.com/purpose quiz, right? No spaces, no dashes, just oculusinstitute.com. That's oculus.com/purpose quiz. And you can take it totally for free. You'll get a free report sent to you. And then at the end, it will give you some next steps of what you can do to reach out so that we can help you create the career of your dreams.